Hi guys, it's Terry from Vig Says Creates. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by today. I'm not feeling too great today, to be honest. I've been quite open on my channel. I've got health conditions. I've got costochondritis, which is inflammation of the rib cage, and I'm awaiting steroid injections for that. So I'm feeling really fatigued and quite sore, and I was thinking about going to bed, but then this new stamp set has arrived and brought a smile to my face. So I'm going to head over to my craft table and do some crafting, so come along with me. So this is what has arrived today. It is United as One Unity collection by Hero Arts, and I bought this from Craft Stash. I'm in the UK. Craft Stash is a place that I buy lots of my crafting supplies from, and I saw this stamp set on one of Jennifer Maguire's videos and really liked it. And then when I realised Craft Stash were selling it, I was really keen to get my hands on it. And so this was like a collaboration with these two ladies, women of colour, that collaborated with Hero Arts to come up with this stamp set in a conscious effort to be intentionally diverse and inclusive, just to support and appreciate and respect everyone, really. So, and they said, we hope the United as One stamp set will encourage makers to become interested and committed to listening and learning from and about each other, and recognise we're all one creative community. So, unity and the similarities between each other whilst respecting each other's differences is something that I'm really passionate about. So this stamp set can be used in loads of different ways. There's some suggested ways here where you can use the heart and then stamp the hands that are holding and united, and it's got some wonderful sentiments that are really appropriate for loads of different whatchamacallums, situations, different types of cards. So sorry if I'm not too concise and with it and stuff today, but as I've said, I'm not feeling great. It's either this or go to bed, so I'm choosing to do something productive, and we'll see how it goes. So I think initially I just want to play with this as it's actually intended to be used, with the hands, and layering them up with the different colours. So the way I would first approach this would be going to my little book of swatches, where I've swatched out all of my inks and pens and stuff, and sort of look for colours that would sort of go nicely. What's jumping out to me is like this roasted coffee and cinnamon swirl, maybe, or wild mushroom. I think roasted coffee and cinnamon swirl, we'll give those two a try. And then maybe butterscotch and wild mushroom. Yeah, we're just going to dive straight in, guys, and do that. And I think I'll stamp the heart in black and the hands in black. Yes, that is what I will do. I've got here a 6x6 Tonic bright white card. It comes in a pack of 10 with matching envelopes, and it's a nice weight. It's 300 GSM, and I think with this you can just stamp straight onto it, and it seemed like a nice size to use for this set, for the sort of design that I want to go for. Right, so I'm going to need my stamping platform. Well, I say need, you don't need a stamping platform, but as I've mentioned in other videos, I do personally find it makes the process easier. I get a better stamping result Others may disagree, others may stick to their blocks, but I like it. So first of all, you have to stamp the. How have they done it? Yeah, they've done it on the little picture. Okay, they've stamped that, and then they've stamped that next. Okay, so we'll do it that way. And then I think, what sentiments do I like? I always find it's a good idea to sort of plan out your card the way you're going to do it first. I like these ones. You are supported, respected, and appreciated. I really like those. So I'm just going to sort of go by eye really to check these are lined up in a way that I like, or that are straight. I think that's good enough. Okay, so these are all brand new stamps, so I'm doing what I do. If you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that this is something that I do to new stamps to prime them. So I've just recently washed my hands, so I'm just giving them a wipe over to take off some of the sticky tackiness that they have on them when they're new. Right, do I want to use a pigment ink or a dye-based ink? Ooh, or a hybrid ink. Let's use this. So this Nuvo hybrid ink pad, Black Shadow, fast drying, all surface ink. So it's the reason I got this was because you can use it with water-based and alcohol pens, and I know I'm not using either of them today, but still I thought it was good because I didn't have to make a choice between my dye-based ink and my pigment ink. But I don't actually use it that often because I tried it once and it smudged with some of the pens that I was using, so I was a bit put off. But that could have been down to me not leaving it long enough to dry, or, you know, I'm not saying it's the fault of the ink pad. And it's Nuvo, it's by Tonic, and I really like their products and use them a lot and buy them a lot. So I'm gonna just persevere with it. Oh no, you see what I've done? I've stamped appreciate upside down. What a doofus. Oh no. Okay, well, you know, I mean, this is a whole card, so I'm clearly not going to abandon the whole card because of that. So this is an example of crafting on the fly and how to fix mistakes. So I could edit that out and just restamp it, but I'm thrifty. I've only got 10 of these cards at the moment, or 9 now, so I ain't about a wasting stuff. So I think what I can easily do for that is to, in fact, appreciate is like, you know, like one of the main focal words. So I'm gonna stamp appreciated onto a different bit of cardstock and then raise that up so that that's mounted, which I think will be a really nice touch. So that little mistake actually might end up making the card look even better. Who knows? Maybe you can let me know in the comments and see what you think. What would you do in this situation? Are you the kind of person that would go, oh, I've ruined it. Oh, it's ruined. I'm going to just, you know, chuck it away? Or would you get rid of the front panel? Or would you do something similar to what I'm thinking about doing? I'm intrigued to know, so let me know in the comments below. So on the packaging, they've got them lined up right with the edge. Like, yeah, like right. So the hands come just below the heart and it sort of goes right up to the edges there. Yeah, so I think it's like that. So don't you start moving around. So I'm going to stamp this with the outline of the hands with the hybrid ink as well. Have you guys got a favourite ink that you like to use? Or does it vary depending on what you're doing, like me? What's your favourite medium to work with, like with colouring things? I really like alcohol markers, but I do really like my Zig watercolour brushes as well. They're really gorgeous. I really like the way that's stamped. That looks lovely. It's really effective. So then the next bit is to line up the arms. So there's a solid colour, which is the lighter colour of each one. And then there's the shadow part, which is the darker colour of each one. What's going on here? Because that's there, that's why. Numpty. That's all right. Okay. And if you look at the actual image here, it doesn't have to be bang on anyway. It's sort of a bit sketchy looking, the edges, but I'm just going to try and get it lined up as best I can. Right, so I'm going to go cinnamon swirl. With my Hunkydory prism ink pads, which I do really like. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? It's not quite as dark as I would like it now. Let's make it a little bit darker. Double stamp it. That's better. Okay, the other arm must be this one. So I was expecting it to be completely flat, but of course it's not going to be because it's not going to overstamp the arm on the right hand side. So it's got the fingers and the thumb. Yep. It's coming together, it's coming together. We're doing all right, guys. You do know I'll probably be chatting this much even if it was just me, right? Can't seem to help myself sometimes. So yeah, it's like I really wanted this set as soon as I saw it. Right, so that's the shadow for the darker coloured arm. So we're going to go roasted coffee. quite liking my colour choices though, touch wood, they seem nice, they seem to be working together. Test is whether the shadow layers work nicely. Give that a double stamp as well, I think. Okay, maybe I didn't need to double stamp that, but we live and learn. Is it meant to have that big gap there as well? Yep, that one has. It has on the packet, so it's fine, so don't worry if you've got something like this and you get gaps. That's the way it's meant to look. And that's the great thing about, you know, things like this and these kinds of stamp sets. It's like, it's not like it's photorealism or anything. It's a different art form. Card making is a different art form. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. And I think that's something that's really helped me on a personal level. Because being a bit of a perfectionist is something that I've tended to struggle with during my life. Well, that's putting it mildly. But I was saying this to my husband the other day, like, that card making, like, has really helped me through some tough spots in my life. And, you know, I do think it's helped me not to be so much of a perfectionist, because being a perfectionist, you know, it's a great trait to have, because it means that, you know, I care, I've got a high attention to detail, I'm good at spotting errors, I'm very conscientious, I'm good at putting errors right once I've spotted them. But, you know, it can lead to, oh, that doesn't look that great. It can lead to, you know, just feeling overwhelmed and putting yourself under undue pressure, which is self-imposed. So, you know, we might perceive that it comes from elsewhere, but it actually comes from ourselves. So, there's your little psychology tip for the day from my own learnings about myself. So, I like the right hand. The left hand, I think, looks a bit... Those colours clearly don't work that well together. So the butterscotch, I think, looks lovely. But the wild mushroom is too mushroomy, funnily enough. So I think I should have gone with apricot sorbet. So I think I'm going to stamp this again and do it with apricot sorbet instead. So I'm going to turn the camera off now, and then I'm going to think of some ideas of what to do about this. I might even, my little brain's thinking, you can't see it's not in shot. I'm thinking that I might even cut this out, and so it's like a panel that you can see through and have the word appreciated on the inside. Possibilities, and also it might need some more colour. So I'll come back in a minute with this finished card, and then with another card but using apricot sorbet instead of the wild mushroom. See you in a mo. Hi guys, I'm back with the finished cards as promised. So this is the one that I messed up the stamping and stamped appreciated upside down. So what I did was I found a little scrap of white card that matched the white of the card blank, which is Nina Classic Crest. And I mounted that on a little scrap bit of textured blue cardstock, with obviously the NHS being blue. I figured that's not the exact NHS blue, but you know, it's good enough. this is the one where I stamped the shadow of the lighter arm in the mushroom colour. And then I decided that I would use the apricot sorbet instead, which I have done on the other card, and which looks much better. I think you'll agree. It matches much better. So I sort of thought I'd try and do a bit of a fixer-upper, and I sort of overstamped twice with the apricot sorbet, which I think has toned down the mushroom a bit. And I think that's good enough, to be honest. I think that's good enough for me. I did think that the card needed some colour, so a bit more colour. So I stamped 3 of the hearts that are in the stamp collection. This one, the big heart, and that small one, in different colours. And I also added this Nuvo crystal glaze, which is a clear you use it to add clear dimensional detail to your craft creations. It's very similar to, or does the same sort of job as, Ranger Glossy Accents, but I had bought this recently and not tried it out, so I thought this was the perfect opportunity to try it out. Also, you'll hopefully be able to see on the camera that this is the inside of the heart is nice and shimmery. I used my Nuvo Glitter Gloss Aqua Shimmer pen. I've got a few of these and I really like them. So there you go. There's 2 more cards that I've made, and that's just an example of what can be done with this stamp set, which, you know, I think I'll get a hell of a lot of use out of this. Also, whilst I had that stamp set out, I really like the sketchy look of the heart, just how it's sort of got the imperfect edges, and I just really liked it. And I thought, with Valentine's Day coming up, it would be really nice to use in conjunction with another stamp set. So this is the Clearly Besotted Key to My Heart stamp set, which I've already got a video on my channel using this stamp set. So I've used Tonic USA 2 size bright white card blanks to make these. I've heat embossed with Tonic crushed mulberry embossing powder, which is a recent one that I got and I hadn't had a chance to use yet, but I thought it's a nice purpley colour, so I figured these could be, you know, that I didn't want to do like pink and blue. I don't subscribe to that, you know, pinks for girls and blues for boys kind of thing. But I really like this sort of purpley colour. So they're both exactly the same. So we've got To My Darling and a cute little bear holding his little heart, and then on the inside you hold the key to my heart with the little corresponding bear with the key. So the plan is that I'm going to colour these in, and because this is a 1-layer card, I can't use alcohol markers as my preference because it would show through to the back. And with watercolours, my watercolour pens, I'm not quite sure whether they would go through to the back either. So the plan is that I'm going to colour these in pencil crayons, which I did. If you haven't seen my other video, it's where I made this, which is actually my Valentine's card to my husband, as you can see, to my husband. So I've coloured that in my Prismacolor pencil crayons, which I think looks quite effective. So I'm going to do the same with those. If you like this card and you want to see how I made it, then just have a look on my videos. It's the one I posted previously to this one. So I've gone for a very or clean and simple look. So that's all from me for today. For the moment, I'm going to crack on in a minute and colour these little cute little bears. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. So some of my videos will be, you know, great for beginners, and some, you know, well, hopefully there'll be a bit of everything for everyone, because, you know, even you know, if you class yourself as a sort of intermediate, or, you know, you've been crafting for quite some time, my belief, my you know, heartfelt belief is that every day is a school day. You know, we're always continually learning, and that's the way I view life. And, you know, therefore that's the way I see crafting. And so I want to serve you and give you content that you enjoy. So please interact with me. Please tell me what you would like to see. And if I can make videos that accommodate those requests, then I will do. So, and it might challenge me to step out of my comfort zone as well and learn new things in order to help you. So thank you for choosing to spend this time with me today. As always, I do genuinely appreciate it. A lot of you have spent a lot of time with me, and you know, time is a valuable asset, and I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, but you have watched a few videos, or you've seen this one and you've liked it, please subscribe. And if you really like my stuff and you want to be kept updated, then click the bell as well, and then you'll get notified every time I post a video, which tends to be about twice a week, sometimes more. So yeah, so take care, everybody. We're still in the midst of the eye of the storm in terms of the old COVID, so please be safe, take care, and I will see and speak to you soon. Bye.